Focusing on yourself is a profound act of empowerment. In a world filled with distractions, societal expectations, and endless comparisons, we often lose sight of the person who matters most in our journey ourselves. The power of self-focus lies in its ability to unlock the extraordinary potential that resides within each of us. When we turn our attention inward, we discover that the key to personal transformation and success doesn't come from external validation or material achievements, but from a deeper understanding of who we are and what we are capable of. To focus on yourself is not selfish, it's foundational. It's the process of tuning out the noise and rediscovering the clarity that lies within. When you devote time and energy to self-awareness, you begin to unravel the patterns, beliefs, and habits that have shaped your life. This internal work reveals the core truth: you are the architect of your reality. What you think, feel, and believe about yourself directly influences the way you experience the world. The transformative nature of self-focus comes from its ability to shift your energy from reaction to creation. In our daily lives, we often operate on autopilot, reacting to external circumstances, people, and challenges. This reactive state keeps us tethered to the past, replaying the same emotions, thoughts, and behaviors over and over again. But when you focus on yourself, you interrupt this cycle. You create space to question old narratives and patterns, asking, is this serving me? Is this the life I want to continue creating? By turning inward, you gain the ability to consciously design your thoughts and actions. This act of deliberate focus rewires your brain. Scientists call this neuroplasticity, the brain's capacity to change and adapt throughout life. When you replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones, you are literally building new neural pathways that support a more positive and intentional version of yourself. With consistent focus, these new patterns become your default way of thinking and being. Focusing on yourself also brings you into alignment with the present moment, the only place where true power exists. In this fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. Both rob you of the now, the space where you can make conscious choices and embrace your full potential. When you focus on yourself, you reconnect with the present. You start to notice your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in real time, which gives you the power to change them. This shift is profound because it puts you back in control. No longer are you a victim of circumstance or someone else's expectations. Instead, you become the creator of your life. Every time you choose to focus on your growth, healing, or happiness, you send a signal to the universe and to yourself that you are worthy of the life you desire. This intentionality begins to show up in every aspect of your life, your relationships, career, health, and even the way you perceive challenges. Focusing on yourself doesn't mean shutting out the world. It means showing up to the world as your most authentic and empowered self. When you prioritize your inner work, you become more present for others. You bring a higher level of energy, clarity, and love to your interactions. Instead of seeking approval or validation, you operate from a place of wholeness, which enhances your ability to connect with and uplift others. One of the most empowering realizations you gain from self-focus is that you already have everything you need within you. Society often teaches us to look outside ourselves for happiness, success, or fulfillment. We chase careers, relationships, or material possessions, hoping they'll fill the void. But when you focus on yourself, you uncover the truth. Happiness is an inside job. It comes from aligning with your values, nurturing your well-being, and living authentically. This inward journey requires courage because it means facing parts of yourself you may have ignored or suppressed. It means holding a mirror to your fears, doubts, and insecurities. But within that process lies immense growth. Each time you choose to focus on yourself, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply taking a moment to breathe, you are choosing transformation. You are choosing to let go of what no longer serves you and embrace what elevates you. The beauty of focusing on yourself is that it is both deeply personal and universally impactful. As you grow, heal, and thrive, the energy you cultivate ripples outward. You inspire others by your example, showing them what is possible when we commit to our own evolution. The power of focusing on yourself isn't just about changing your life, it's about creating a ripple effect that can change the world. This power is always within reach. It doesn't require external tools, approval, or resources. It begins with a simple decision to turn inward, to prioritize your growth, and to trust in the extraordinary potential that is uniquely yours. The human brain is one of the most extraordinary tools in existence. It has the ability to adapt, change, and evolve throughout our lives. This quality, known as neuroplasticity, means that we are never truly stuck in our ways, no matter how deeply ingrained our habits or beliefs may seem. By focusing on yourself and intentionally shaping your thoughts, you can tap into this incredible capability, transforming not only your mind, but also your life. Most people go through life unaware of the power they hold within their own brain. We fall into patterns, repeating the same thoughts, emotions, and behaviors day after day. These routines, while comfortable, often limit our potential because they keep us tethered to the same outcomes. If you think the same thoughts, you will feel the same emotions. If you feel the same emotions, you will make the same choices, leading to the same results. It becomes a loop, and breaking free of it can feel impossible. But here's the truth: you have the ability to interrupt and rewire that cycle at any moment. When you focus on yourself, you start to recognize these patterns. You begin to see how your habitual ways of thinking have created the reality you experience. For example, if you constantly tell yourself, "I'm not good enough,"
your brain reinforces that belief, building stronger neural connections that support it. Over time, it becomes automatic, shaping your actions and decisions in subtle but profound ways.
You might avoid taking risks, shy away from opportunities, or settle for less than you deserve, all because of a belief that started as a simple thought. But neuroplasticity means that these patterns are not permanent. Your brain is designed to change in response to your focus and effort. When you consciously direct your attention to new thoughts, you begin to weaken old connections and forge new ones. It's like walking a new path through the woods. The more you use it, the clearer and easier it becomes, while the old path starts to fade. This is the essence of personal growth, the process of choosing new ways of thinking and being, even when the old ways feel deeply familiar. Changing your thought patterns requires intention and persistence. It begins with awareness. By focusing on yourself, you create the space to observe your thoughts without judgment. You start to notice the negative beliefs that have been running in the background, shaping your reality. Once you see them, you can question them. Are these thoughts true? Do they serve me? What would I rather believe instead? These questions open the door to transformation. As you replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones, your brain begins to adapt. The old pathways associated with fear, doubt, or insecurity start to weaken, while new pathways aligned with confidence, optimism, and self-worth grow stronger. Over time, these new patterns become your default. You no longer have to force yourself to think positively or take inspired action. It becomes second nature because your brain has been rewired to support it. This process is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Rewiring your brain requires consistent effort, much like building a muscle. Every time you choose a new thought or behavior, you are reinforcing the changes you want to see. At first, it might feel uncomfortable or even unnatural. The old patterns will try to pull you back because they are familiar and require less energy. But with persistence, the new patterns will take hold and the old ones will lose their grip. One of the most powerful ways to support this transformation is through visualization. When you vividly imagine yourself thinking, feeling, and acting in a new way, your brain doesn't distinguish between the imagined experience and reality. It fires the same neural pathways as if you were actually living it, strengthening the connections you want to build. This is why athletes, performers, and leaders use visualization to prepare for success. It primes their brain to align with their goals. Another essential tool is repetition. The more you practice your new thoughts and behaviors, the stronger the neural connections become. This is why affirmations, journaling, and mindfulness practices are so effective. They create a consistent focus on the changes you want to make. Over time, these practices shift your internal state, making it easier to show up as the person you aspire to be. The power of neuroplasticity is not limited to your thoughts. It also extends to your emotions and behaviors. When you focus on yourself and intentionally cultivate positive emotions like gratitude, joy, and love, you are training your brain to prioritize these states. This not only improves your mental and emotional well-being, but also enhances your ability to connect with others, solve problems, and navigate challenges with resilience. What's truly extraordinary is that this process is available to everyone, regardless of age or circumstances. Your brain is always capable of change. It's never too late to let go of the thoughts and beliefs that have held you back and replace them with ones that empower and uplift you. By focusing on yourself and committing to the practice of rewiring your mind, you take control of your destiny. You stop being a passenger in your own life and become the driver. The patterns that once limited you become stepping stones to growth. The beliefs that once held you back become the foundation for a brighter future. The brain, with its infinite potential for change, becomes your greatest ally in the journey of self-discovery and transformation. Living in the present moment is a powerful practice that has the ability to transform your life. Yet for many of us, it remains elusive. Our minds have a tendency to dwell on the past or race ahead to the future, leaving us disconnected from the here and now. This habit of mental time travel can keep us trapped in cycles of regret, worry, or longing, all of which rob us of the richness and possibility available in the present. When you learn to focus on yourself by embracing the present moment, you unlock a level of clarity, peace, and potential that can reshape your experience of life. The present moment is the only time that truly exists. The past is gone and the future is not yet here. But how often do we allow ourselves to fully engage with the now? Instead, we replay past mistakes or painful memories as though reliving them will somehow change them. Or we project our fears and hopes onto the future, imagining worst-case scenarios or idealized outcomes. Both patterns pull us away from the only time in which we have the power to act, grow, and create the present. Focusing on yourself in the present moment begins with awareness. It requires you to pause and notice where your mind is. Are you ruminating about something that happened last week? Are you anxious about an event that hasn't even occurred yet? By simply observing your thoughts, you start to recognize how much of your energy is spent outside the now. This awareness is the first step toward reclaiming your power. The beauty of the present moment lies in its neutrality. It is not colored by the judgments, fears, or expectations that often accompany thoughts of the past or future. When you bring your focus to the present, you create space of pause in the mental chatter that allows you to experience life as it is, rather than through the filters of your mind. In this space, you can see things more clearly. You can respond to situations with intention rather than reacting out of habit or emotion. Practicing presence also reconnects you with your body. While your mind might wander to different times and places, your body is always rooted in the present. Tuning into physical sensations, your breath, the feeling of your feet on the ground, the rhythm of your heartbeat grounds you in the now. This connection to your body not only brings a sense of calm, but also reminds you that you are alive and capable in this moment, no matter what your thoughts may tell you. Focusing on the present moment has profound implications for your emotional well-being. When you stop replaying the past, you free yourself from the burden of guilt, shame, or resentment. Similarly, letting go of future worries releases you from the grip of anxiety and fear. This doesn't mean ignoring your responsibilities or challenges, but rather approaching them from a place of calm and clarity. When you are fully present, you are better equipped to handle whatever arises because you are not weighed down by the baggage of time. One of the most transformative aspects of living in the present is that it allows you to experience gratitude more fully. Gratitude is not something that can exist in the past or future. It is a feeling that arises in the now. When you focus on yourself in the present, you become more attuned to the small joys and blessings that surround you. The warmth of the sun on your skin, the laughter of a loved one, the taste of your favorite meal. These moments of beauty and connection are only accessible when you are fully present to them. Another benefit of embracing the present moment is its ability to spark creativity and innovation. When your mind is free from the distractions of past regrets and future anxieties, it has the space to explore new ideas and possibilities. This state of flow, where you are fully immersed in the task at hand, often leads to breakthroughs and achievements that feel effortless. The practice of focusing on the present is not about perfection, it is about progress. Your mind will wander, that is its nature. But each time you notice it drifting and gently bring it back to the now, you are strengthening your ability to live in the present. Over time, this practice becomes easier and the benefits become more apparent. You may find that you are more patient with yourself and others, more resilient in the face of challenges, and more joyful in your everyday experiences. When you focus on yourself in the present, you also deepen your connection with others. Presence is a gift you can offer to those around you. By truly listening, observing, and engaging without distraction, you foster relationships built on authenticity and mutual respect. People feel seen and valued when you are fully present with them, which enhances trust and intimacy. Ultimately, focusing on yourself in the present moment is an act of self-liberation. It allows you to step out of the mental patterns that keep you stuck into a space of infinite possibility. The now is where your power lies. It is where you can make choices, take action, and create a life that aligns with your highest potential. By embracing the present moment, you honor yourself and the incredible opportunity that each moment holds. Your inner state, your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs acts as a mirror to your outer reality. This idea, while seemingly simple, holds profound implications. The way you perceive the world and the energy you bring to each moment influences not only your personal experience, but also the circumstances and outcomes that unfold around you. When you begin to focus on yourself and deliberately shift your inner state, you unlock the power to transform your external world. Most people navigate life believing that their circumstances dictate their feelings. They assume that happiness, success, or fulfillment will come once they achieve a goal, solve a problem, or gain something they desire. While it's natural to want external validation or comfort, this outside-in approach often leads to frustration, because true change doesn't begin in the external world, it begins within. Your outer reality is a reflection of your inner state, and the way you think and feel creates the foundation for the life you experience. Consider how thoughts function as seeds. When you plant thoughts of doubt, fear, or negativity, they take root in your mind and begin to shape your actions, decisions, and interactions. For example, if you believe you are not capable or deserving, you might avoid taking risks or miss opportunities for growth. This belief colors your perspective, making it more likely for you to notice obstacles rather than possibilities. Over time, these patterns reinforce themselves, creating a cycle where your inner state perpetuates an external reality that mirrors your limiting beliefs. The good news is that this cycle works both ways. When you intentionally cultivate empowering thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, you create fertile ground for positive change. By focusing on yourself and aligning your inner state with what you desire, you send a powerful signal to the universe and to yourself. You begin to notice opportunities, take inspired actions, and attract people and circumstances that align with your new energy. Emotions play a significant role in this process. Every emotion you feel carries a specific energy, and this energy radiates outward, influencing your interactions and experiences. For example, feelings of gratitude, joy, and love have a high frequency that attracts positive outcomes and fosters deeper connections. On the other hand, emotions like anger, resentment, or fear create a lower frequency that can perpetuate conflict or hinder growth. When you focus on yourself and consciously elevate your emotional state, you become a magnet for the kind of experiences and relationships that reflect your desired reality. Shifting your inner state doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending that negative feelings don't exist. It means acknowledging them without letting them define you. When you focus on yourself, you give yourself the space to process emotions, understand their roots, and choose how to respond. This practice of self-awareness allows you to reclaim your power rather than being at the mercy of external circumstances. One of the most effective ways to align your inner state with your desired reality is through visualization. When you vividly imagine yourself living the life you want, your brain begins to create neural pathways that support that vision. Your mind doesn't differentiate between an imagined experience and a real one. Both have the power to influence your inner state. By regularly visualizing your goals and embodying the feelings associated with them, you prime yourself to attract and create those outcomes in your external world. Another transformative practice is gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is already abundant in your life. When you focus on yourself and cultivate gratitude, you change your energy and perspective. Instead of waiting for external circumstances to bring you happiness, you create a sense of fulfillment from within. This state of appreciation not only enhances your well-being, but also opens the door to greater opportunities and blessings. Your beliefs also play a critical role in shaping your outer reality. If you hold on to limiting beliefs about what is possible for you, those beliefs will act as invisible barriers, preventing you from stepping into your full potential. By focusing on yourself and questioning these beliefs, you can begin to replace them with ones that support your growth and aspirations. This shift creates a ripple effect, influencing the way you show up in the world and the outcomes you attract. The process of transforming your inner state requires consistency and patience. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Every time you choose a thought, emotion, or belief that aligns with your highest self, you are reinforcing the reality you want to create. Over time, these choices become habits, and these habits shape your life. When you focus on yourself and take responsibility for your inner state, you reclaim your role as the creator of your reality. You stop waiting for external conditions to change and start generating the change from within. This shift is empowering because it reminds you that no matter what challenges you face, you have the ability to choose your response and influence the outcome. Your inner state is the foundation of your external reality. By focusing on yourself and aligning your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs with your aspirations, you create a life that reflects your true potential. The journey begins within, and the possibilities are limitless. When you transform your inner world, your outer world will inevitably follow. Taking the time to focus on yourself creates a transformative ripple effect that not only enhances your life, but also elevates the lives of those around you. Often, people view self-focus as a selfish or solitary endeavor, but this couldn't be further from the truth. When you prioritize your own growth, healing, and well-being, you cultivate an inner strength and balance that radiates outward. This energy positively influences your relationships, your environment, and even the broader communities you're a part of. By committing to your own evolution, you become a source of inspiration, connection, and empowerment for others. The foundation of this ripple effect lies in the simple fact that how you show up in the world impacts everyone you interact with. Your mood, energy, and actions are like stones dropped into a pond, creating waves that touch every corner of your life. When you are overwhelmed, disconnected, or unfulfilled, that energy spills over into your interactions, often leading to tension, misunderstandings, or a sense of disconnection. On the other hand, when you focus on yourself and cultivate inner peace, confidence, and authenticity, you bring a higher level of presence and positivity to your relationships. One of the most powerful ways this ripple effect manifests is through leading by example. When you focus on your own growth, you inspire others to do the same. People are naturally drawn to those who exude self-awareness, self-respect, and a sense of purpose. Your journey becomes a living testament to what is possible when someone commits to their own well-being. Without needing to preach or persuade, you encourage others to reflect on their own lives and take steps toward their own growth. Focusing on yourself also enhances your capacity to truly connect with others. When you invest time in understanding your own emotions, patterns, and triggers, you develop a deeper sense of empathy and compassion. You become less reactive and more present, allowing you to listen and engage without judgment or projection. This presence is a rare and valuable gift in a world that often feels rushed and disconnected. People feel seen, heard, and valued when they interact with someone who has done the inner work to show up authentically. The energy you cultivate within yourself has a direct impact on the emotional climate of your relationships. For example, when you prioritize self-care and manage your stress effectively, you are less likely to bring tension or frustration into your interactions. Instead, you create a space of calm and understanding that allows others to feel safe and supported. This dynamic strengthens bonds and fosters trust, creating a positive feedback loop that benefits everyone involved. Beyond individual relationships, the ripple effect of focusing on yourself extends to the larger communities and environments you are part of. When you operate from a place of clarity, confidence, and purpose, you contribute to a culture of positivity and growth. Whether in your workplace, family, or social circles, your energy influences the collective atmosphere. People notice and respond to the way you carry yourself, and your actions set a tone that others are often inspired to follow. This ripple effect is particularly evident in how focusing on yourself empowers others to take responsibility for their own lives. When people see you setting boundaries, prioritizing your mental and physical health, and pursuing your passions, they are reminded of their own ability to do the same. Your courage to focus on yourself gives others permission to step into their own power. It's a reminder that self-care and self-growth are not indulgences but necessities for living a fulfilled and impactful life. Another way this ripple effect unfolds is through the contributions you are able to make when you are operating from a place of alignment and abundance. When you focus on yourself, you fill your own cup, which allows you to give to others from a place of overflow rather than depletion. Whether it's through your time, energy, or resources, the impact you can have is amplified when you are grounded in your own well-being. You are able to show up fully and offer your best self to the people and causes that matter to you. It's also important to recognize that focusing on yourself doesn't mean striving for perfection. The ripple effect is not about being flawless or having it all figured out. It's about being on the journey of growth and embracing your humanity along the way. When you openly acknowledge your challenges and vulnerabilities, you create a sense of relatability that fosters deeper connections with others. Your authenticity becomes a source of strength and inspiration, showing people that they too can grow and thrive despite their imperfections. At its core, the ripple effect of focusing on yourself is a reminder that your personal growth is never just about you. The energy you cultivate within yourself touches everyone and everything around you, creating waves of positivity and possibility. By committing to your own well-being, you contribute to a collective shift toward greater connection, compassion, and empowerment. The impact of your inner work extends far beyond your own life, becoming a force for good that inspires and uplifts others in ways you may never fully see but can always feel. Focusing on yourself allows you to reconnect with your authentic self, the unfiltered, unconditioned version of you that exists beneath the layers of societal expectations, roles, and external pressures. Over time, life can cloud our understanding of who we truly are. We adopt beliefs from family, conform to societal norms, and play roles to fit in or gain approval. While these adaptations may serve us temporarily, they can distance us from our core essence, leaving us feeling lost, unfulfilled, or disconnected. The process of reconnecting with your authentic self is a journey of rediscovery, and it begins with focusing inward. When you focus on yourself, you create the space to explore your values, passions, and desires without external interference. This space is essential because it allows you to ask meaningful questions. What truly matters to me? What brings me joy? What do I want to contribute to the world? These questions often remain buried under the noise of daily responsibilities and societal expectations. By turning your attention inward, you give yourself the opportunity to uncover the answers and align your life with your deepest truths. Authenticity is not about achieving a fixed state of being, but rather embracing the fluid, evolving nature of who you are. It involves peeling back the layers of conditioning to reveal the core of your unique personality, talents, and values. This process requires honesty and vulnerability, as it often involves confronting aspects of yourself that you may have suppressed or ignored. Perhaps you've been pursuing a career that doesn't align with your passions, maintaining relationships out of obligation, or living according to a script that was handed to you rather than one you've written for yourself. Focusing on yourself helps you recognize these misalignments and gives you the courage to make changes. It empowers you to let go of what no longer serves you, whether it's limiting beliefs, toxic relationships, or outdated goals. In doing so, you make room for what truly resonates with your authentic self. This process may feel uncomfortable at times because it challenges the status quo and requires stepping into the unknown. However, the reward is a life that feels more aligned, meaningful, and true to who you are. Reconnecting with your authentic self also involves embracing your imperfections and vulnerabilities. Society often conditions us to hide these aspects, leading to a polished but inauthentic version of ourselves. Yet it is in our imperfections that our humanity and uniqueness shine. When you focus on yourself and accept all parts of who you are, the strengths and the flaws, you cultivate a sense of self-compassion. This compassion allows you to navigate life with greater ease and resilience, as you no longer feel the need to strive for an unattainable ideal. Another important aspect of authenticity is living in alignment with your values. Values are the guiding principles that define what matters most to you. They serve as a compass, helping you make decisions that feel right, even when they are difficult. When you focus on yourself, you gain clarity about your values and can begin to align your actions with them. For example, if creativity is a core value, you might prioritize artistic expression in your life, even if it means making unconventional choices. Living in alignment with your values not only brings a sense of fulfillment, but also reinforces your connection to your authentic self. The journey of reconnecting with your authentic self is deeply personal, but its impact extends far beyond you. When you live authentically, you inspire others to do the same. People are drawn to the energy of someone who is unapologetically themselves, as it reminds them of their own capacity for authenticity. Your example becomes a beacon encouraging others to embrace their uniqueness and live in alignment with their truths. This ripple effect creates a more genuine and connected world, one where people feel free to express who they are without fear of judgment. Focusing on yourself and rediscovering your authentic self also enhances your relationships. When you show up as your true self, you invite deeper and more meaningful connections with others. Authenticity fosters trust and intimacy, as people can sense when you are being genuine. It also sets the foundation for healthier relationships, as you are more likely to attract individuals who align with your values and respect your boundaries. These connections are not based on pretense or conformity, but on mutual understanding and acceptance. The journey to authenticity is not linear or easy, but it is profoundly rewarding. It requires patience, self-reflection, and a willingness to embrace uncertainty. There will be moments of doubt, as stepping into your authentic self often involves breaking free from the familiar. Yet with each step you take, you strengthen your connection to your true essence and build a life that feels aligned with your deepest desires and values. Focusing on yourself is an act of self-love and self-respect. It is a commitment to honoring who you are beyond the roles you play or the expectations placed upon you. By reconnecting with your authentic self, you rediscover the joy, purpose, and freedom that come from living a life true to your own heart. This journey is one of the greatest gifts you can give to yourself and to the world.